Okay guys, this review is going to be about Bruce Lee, Legends of the Dragon, Volume 1 and Volume 2. These were Steve Kerridge's first ever books on Bruce Lee, and they were on The Way of the Dragon. These came out in 2008. They came out in a limited hardback form and softback. The hardbacks sold out, and they still are very, very extremely rare and hard to get. And the softbacks were available for a long time, and then they're now sold out and hard to get. But it was always these hardcovers, these first two publications by Steve Kerridge, that I was always trying to get my hands on in the hardback form. I got these in 2012. I've even got the original invoice, and it says I got them on August 6, 2012. I was looking for these since 2008, but I couldn't find a website to buy them. They were hard to get back then. They're hard to get now. But I managed to get my self a copy of Volume 1 and 2. I also have Legends of the Dragon, the big giant hardback, and that one came out in 2013, and I bought that one in 2013. And I'll be doing a review on that after these. So yes, these were Steve K's first publications before the poster magazines, before all the newer books and softback books and all that stuff. Before the Bruce Lee Forever website, it was these two books right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take you guys in Volume 1, and then we'll do Volume 2 after. Okay, so I'm back. These books are on the smaller side. His first two books, you see my hand? You can see how big the book is compared to my hand. They're little square books, but they're heavy little hardbacks. They're loaded with rare photos and information. And these books were the first true, highly detailed with information and rare photos. Right here, these books were the first true Bruce Lee, I would say, historian books. All the rest of the books before this were just basic information. The photos were not rare. They were nothing like this. These were, in my opinion, the books that started it all for the modern era today. These two books were the ones that first give you the super high resolution, full frame photos that were uncropped, rare unreleased photos with new information. And I'm going to go inside Volume 1. So yeah, a lot of people are just starting to collect Steve K stuff. I've been buying his stuff since these books right here. I've been wanting these books since 2008, and I could not find them. They weren't widely accessible like they are now. Now they're, you can go on Facebook and find out where Steve K sells his stuff, and he's got the Bruce Lee Forever website. Back then, he didn't have this. So yeah, these books are the ones that started it all. This is like opening page. I heard Steve K's making a new book on Way of the Dragon. Yes, I'm probably going to pick it up, but I'm kind of getting tired of all these, even though it's my favorite movie. I'm kind of getting tired of all these Way of the Dragon books. We have this, Volume 1, we have Volume 2, then we have the Legends of the Dragon, which it doesn't have a volume number on it, but it's basically Volume 3. It's a big hardback. Then you got the Way of the Dragon scrapbook, the Way of the Dragon poster magazine. Then you got the red binder that had the 6, gold leaf lettered Way of the Dragon magazines. It's just like too much Way of the Dragon. I think it would be nice to see a book that's truly dedicated to the game of death. I'm not talking about the picture book that he made. I'm talking about a book with like new rare photos, information, like these type of books. They need one on Game of Death, and I know they're doing a one on Enter the Dragon, but it would be nice to do one on Fist of Fury. Basically, he kind of did that already with Intercepting Fist. And there's Brandon and Bruce with Yip Man. These photos were, I believe these were from 1970. This is when Bruce went back. There we go. See how this has other photos that are not in the other books? This is really cool. I like this a lot. I can't go through the whole book because it's got tons of pages here. It's not like the lay flat books that have, you know, very few pages. These have tons of pages. I can go flip through it a little bit to show you guys, and you have to be careful with the binding on these too. But these books are loaded, man. If you're into the Steve Kerridge books, these are must-haves right here. I've been into the Steve Kerridge books since from the beginning, so that's why like I have these, and I have a lot of the older stuff that he made. But yeah, I mean, he definitely makes the best books. I would have to say currently makes the best books. Quality paper, quality images, and information that's not widely published, and new information. So yeah, there's tons of pages in these. And there's Bruce and Raymond Chow and Rome scouting for locations. There's Bruce in that blue shirt. I held that blue shirt that Bruce Lee's wearing. I held it in my hands, the actual shirt. Awesome. And there's more of the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I'll show some in the Roman Colosseum. Let's see. So I'm going to try to get to the back a little bit just to give you guys an idea what these books look like, because a lot of the collectors that are barely getting into these, they don't know about these books. And you can see there's just loaded with photos and information. There's Bruce in Italy with his red, white, and blue jacket. Just like I got the one right there. Bam. Look at that. And that's not the cheap ones. That's the real high quality one right there. Top-notch leather, top-notch tailoring on that. Limited. And that's the jacket that he's wearing right there when he's buying his swords at the local market, street market. Okay, so I'm gonna go into volume 2 now. Okay, I'm back. So this is volume 2, and let's go inside and take a look inside this one. Another beautiful book. I've got a lot more books on my bookshelf. I'm not a huge book collector, but when it comes to books, I collect books, stuff like this, these type of books. I don't just go for the regular, you know, Barnes and Nobles books that you can get. I try to stay away from too much of that. There's got to be something about the book, like new information, rare photos, stuff like that. Not just recycled information with basic photos. I won't even waste my time or money on those type of books. It's just too much. That's more of a quantity thing when you start going for those. Here's pictures right there. Bruce behind the camera. Bruce doing the finger jab, the BG. Just awesome pictures. Very, very cool. There's more pictures right there. And I will actually, working on a project with another collector where we're making a book, and the book's going to come out, I believe, soon, very soon. So stay tuned. It's never been done before, and you guys are going to see a really, really cool limited book. Yep. More pictures. Some of these are common, and some of these, a lot of the photos are uncommon. Like that's an uncommon photo right there. There's tons of pages, so I won't be able to have time to go through all the pages. There's a nice rare photo right there. Some cool shots right there. Just loaded. That's one of the more known shots, but very full. The frame is very full on that one. Yep, we all know those. So many promotional shots taken on this film. The Way the Dragon was filmed between April and August 1972. New territories. Golden Harvest Studios, and Rome, Italy. 3 locations for this film. Like when they're in the office like this, you know, they're in an indoor setting that's not outdoor. They were shot in Hong Kong at Golden Harvest Studios. When they're somewhere in Italy, like the Roman Colosseum or the waterfall, they're really there in Rome. And then when you see them outside in like a dirt area, outdoors, that's the New Territories, Hong Kong. So lots of the movie was shot in Hong Kong, and then, you know, I think very few scenes were shot in Italy. The Roman Colosseum, there it was only filmed on the outside, and then when Bruce and Chuck fight on the inside, that's actually a set made at Golden Harvest in Hong Kong. And I'm gonna try to speed this up a little bit. These books just go on forever. Look at that. There's so many pages in here, high quality. And oh, I love that. Look at that panoramic view of Operation Relief, which happened while filming Way of the Dragon, June 24th, 1972. The HKTVB telethon for the tsunamis. They called Bruce up, and Bruce came right away. He donated money and he raised money, and he didn't make anything. He did it for charity. There's the Operation Relief telethon, and the footage of this does exist. Somebody has the footage, and it shows some of the Chinese opera ladies singing. So that's proof right there the footage exists. I highly doubt that the Bruce Lee footage is lost. I mean, it's on, the footage exists. So whoever owns the footage, they purposely took the Bruce Lee footage out. So, you know, of course, if you publish that, someone's going to take it and put it in a video and steal the information and steal the footage and make money off of it. So I totally understand why they did that. Some people that don't own footage and don't own original stuff, they're going to say that you're being selfish because they can't see it. But it's like when collectors own this type of stuff, the same collectors that said that these people are selfish and, you know, we can't see it, they're the same people that they have this type of stuff. They end up getting this type of stuff and they don't want to show it. So you know what I mean? It's like everyone says something until it, you know, the ball is in their court. So yeah, so I mean, nobody in their right mind is going to release the footage just because some fan said, hey, release the footage, we want to see it. It's like that person that owns the footage should be getting paid for it if they own the footage. And if they release the footage to the fans, some fan is gonna get the footage and use it in either a documentary, a book, or they're gonna put their little, like, you know, their little name logo on the footage, like they own it. I've seen it all. So I kind of don't blame people that own, you know, footage like this. And that's it for this book. This is concludes the review, and this is volume 2. And if you guys get a chance, I highly recommend to pick these books up. They're very rare. They're getting harder and harder to get, especially the hardbacks. So that's it. Bruce Lee Legends of the Dragon, Volume 1 and 2. Limited hardbacks by Steve Kerridge from 2008.